Dee 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 dee. Keto living is the life for me. Coffee, cooking, and recipes. Spending my days with my doggies. So be a sport. Set your alarm for Wednesdays for the Warden's
Welcome
Report.
to the Warden Report. It's another week. Got my mug here. Love reading y'all's comments. It's just, love it. Love the interaction, y'all. Really appreciate that. And yesterday, it was a lot going on the 27th, y'all. My Warden Report came out, and the new Ketochow flavor came out. So that's really exciting. And yeah, it just seemed like a lot going on. So we are, I mean, it's Thursday. Oh my gosh. Normally I try to check in on a Wednesday, but I just felt real busy yesterday. Like, we didn't have a lot of work, but it was constant work. Like, it was just constantly, I just was busy from the time I got here until I left. And I was fasting yesterday. Of course, I still had my coffee. And then today I am fasting again. I was like, ooh, let's just extend this. I'm feeling good. And I feel like this is a good way to really get back into being more consistent with my fasting. Because I feel like I really was well, I wouldn't say most of last year, but the latter part of last year, I was really consistent. And I feel like this year, basically since my birthday in January, just kind of been doing what I wanted to do, which is fine. I mean, there's no big deal, but I feel like, yeah, I need to get back so I feel like sometimes my skin may be a little puffy, and we've been, January wasn't a big deal since it was no spend, but in February and March, we have been eating out way too much. Like, just, I don't know who we think we are, like, eating out that much. So, like, we went out this Saturday to that Federal American Grill. If you want to hear about that, go watch Heath's MS Journey. That's where we recapped it and everything. Really good experience. And then next weekend, so not this weekend, not Easter weekend, but next weekend, which you'll be seeing this about then, we are going to Austin, San Antonio. So, we're going to be eating out basically all weekend. So I know Saturday we will be going to, let's see, Saturday we're going to go to the Meetup, which is a burger place. Heath and I are going to split a triple burger. And then that night I found an Argentinian restaurant. It sounds so good. So they have a, I know I'm going to mispronounce this, paradilla plate. Paradilla? But anyways, it's like a meat platter. So it's got their strip steak and I think 3 different types of their house-made sausages. And it comes with a side of greens, basically green salad. And it says fries. So we're going to ask, because they have crispy Brussels. And they also have sweet potatoes. So we're going to see if instead of the French fries, we could swap out from one of those two. And I think that'll be an excellent dinner. And you could split it. So with that plate, the base says feeds, I think, 2 to 3 people for like $62. And then if you have more, you can, I think it's like 4 to 5 is like $90. So I don't know if anybody else is going to join us for dinner. It is kind of downtown. It's off of 6th Street, so parking's kind of, But, yeah, I think that it sounds like a good option. And $62 for 2 people for meats really is not that bad. So, I'm trying to still keep things in budget because, like, kind of sad. Like, I'd already kind of, before I found out we were going this weekend, I kind of, anticipated certain savings for this week and next week, and now I'm kind of like, well, we're going to use what we would have been putting away, we're going to use to pay for this trip, right? So not using credit cards, right? Those are all gone. cut those up. They're gone. And so we're going to do that. So I'm still trying to stay within budget. Like lunch, I'm figuring like $20 because I know the triple burger's $16.99. Heath will probably want to get a drink. I usually just get water, and I might be able to sneak like in my mug full of water. Have that, and then dinner, you know, week 62. And then we're going to go to the farmer's market Saturday and Sunday. And Sunday, we're also going to eat at the Egyptian barbecue. And I know that's going to be pricey. So it's like, oh, all this pricey stuff. But that will basically be our trip for the year. So, you know, in the grand scheme of things for our whole trip and, you know, our vacation for the year, that really isn't a whole lot of money. And from there, we'll just crack down and, you know, this weekend's going to be our eating out, and then no more eating out for April and maybe even May. I'd like to do that, but, you know, sometimes it is hard. Oh, this coffee's so good. So it's coffee, and I think this is the rest of the Lavazzo coffee, MCT, heavy cream, and a little bit of butter. That's it. And some cinnamon on top. And yeah, so that's it. So I'm really looking forward to that. I know Heath is super excited about going and, you know, just having fun, hanging out. And it's nice to, you know, have a little weekend getaway. And I think we'll end up having a good time. So we will be going live on the road. Hopefully we have, you know, good hotspot throughout the live on the way there. And then we will, on Sunday, on the way home, we will be going live as well for his MS journey. So make sure, if you're new here, or even if you've been a long time subscriber, hit down below, comment now, and let me know how long have you been subscribed to the channel. Or if you're a new subscriber, do hashtag new subscriber. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, y'all. And make sure, if you're brand new, hit that subscribe and make sure your bell notifications are on all, so you'll find out when we go live and you'll get that notification. And sometimes what I've had to do before on other channels, if you're a long time subscriber and you're like, but I don't get these notifications, sometimes I have to unsubscribe, subscribe, and do the bell notification again. And then that way it resets it up. It's kind of like, the PC's not working. First thing you do, on and off, right? So, yeah, we're looking forward to that this Friday night. Oh my gosh, I think it's going to be really good. We did the test on Tuesday. Those mozzarella bricks, amazing. So I think this new Fry Daddy, it's like perfect. If you are missing the fry food, I mean, the air fryer is great, but there are slight differences. I feel like the air fryer does not get things that crunchy crispiness that you think of with traditional fried foods. So I think sometimes, you know, when we're wanting that crispy fried, like I'm thinking of doing our egg rolls again. We used porchetta as the skin for an egg roll. We have that recipe. I'll link that recipe at the end, the egg roll recipe that we have, so you'd see how we did that. But I think those would be something neat to try to use the fryer for and see how they turn out. So yeah, I'm going to get back to work. Lots to do. And I'm on wires this week, so I got to keep watching that. So Friday's breakfast. I decided to have breakfast. It's unusual for me, but I have some bacon here and some Noosh pancakes, the original, and I topped it with just a teaspoon, well, it's a heaping teaspoon of our raspberry preserves, of course some butter, and a teaspoon of Lakanto syrup. And yeah, that looks delicious to me. And then my lunch today, I've got 3 slices of the bacon, a slice of pepper jack cheese, of course my avocado, olive, and then I've got my fermented Texas kraut right here, And this was another kraut I made. It's got garlic, jalapenos, and turmeric, and I think onions mixed with the cabbage. And I let that go for, gosh, I think about 10 days. So it's really tangy. I love it. Lunch today on this fabulous Saturday, and it's just after 1. Oh, look at this salad. Doesn't that look like spring to me with the strawberries and all in it? Last night, if you watched the Friday Night Feast, we had fried food. Here's the thing. I think I remembered why you don't have tons of fried food on keto, because it was so freaking heavy. Even though we fried, you know, in good fats and all of that, it just sat so heavy in my gut all night. So definitely not going to be doing tons of it, and it's probably because we should have counteracted with some type of like acid, like we should have had, you know, something with a vinegar in it, and I think that would have cut it down so it wouldn't have been so heavy, you know, something light. So I definitely get why you would like a nice salad, a nice greensy salad would have been good, something. But anyhow, so I am totally feeling like, hey, I want something that's not so heavy, light, and I did my own vinaigrette dressing mixed with the bacon grease and apple cider vinegar with the mother and some spices. And actually, I put in a couple tablespoons of some kimchi brine. Oh, so good. And then what I have on here, and I've got some thick bacon I got on discount at Kroger today. So I fried that up. And I've got some keto pecans that I get at HEB. And then I've also got a couple strawberries I sliced up. The lettuce is romaine and radicchio, so I'm so excited. And I've also got my fermented kraut in there. And plus I have that Reuben kraut, a little bit of that. And then on the side, I've got an avocado. And I went and got a large avocado. And then I'll also put some everything but the bagel seasoning. Right now it's just the Redmond smoked salt and some olive oil. And then I've got my coffee here. And I also got this at HEB today. Element kombucha. Look, doesn't that sound good? I don't know, it sounds different to me. I do like this Element one. It is actually pretty cheap. It's $2.38 for a can. But see, that's what you want, where it says 100% raw live cultures. So that's what you need there. And what I like about this, the whole can is only 8 total carbs. And of course, they have to count the carbs prior to it fermenting. So it's probably like 1 or less, honestly, after it's fermented. But just the fact that it's 8, a lot of the other kombuchas, and this is a 12-ounce can. A lot of the kombuchas, some of them are a lot higher in the carb count. And again, but that's pre-fermentation carb count. So after it ferments, especially if they do the kombucha correctly, it should be really close to 0. Now, if you get a kombucha, because I know it's popular now, and there's 500 million brands. So if you get a kombucha that's still really sweet, they probably added some sweetener after the fact. Or that's better. So you have to watch, because some of them will add a sweetener after. So it should have a good kombucha that's, you know, if you're watching your sugars, which I think most of us are, should have a tanginess to it. It shouldn't be sweet like a soda or, look, part of my lipstick's coming off. Sorry, y'all. Somebody one time told me, oh, you need to refresh your lipstick. See, right there, it looks good. It's just when I talk, so sorry if that offends you. But anyways, it should have a nice tanginess to it. A kind of, not exactly vinegar. If it tastes like vinegar, it went too far. But it should be on the verge, if that makes sense. So it should have that little sour tanginess. It shouldn't be like, ooh, I'm drinking a soda, because then that means they've added sweetener after the fermentation. So that's what you have to watch for. And it's hard to tell if they do or not. So you kind of tell by watching the carb count. Like if I see a kombucha that's got like 30 carbs or more than likely they've probably added sweetener after, or they just over sweeten it so to compensate so it's still sweet afterwards, and I don't get those. Like, I like this Element one, and I love the GT Synergy. Those are good. And, you know, overall, the carb counts to me, I count it as like 1 to 2 if I'm tracking. I'm not going to count 8 carbs for that, because I know that's not in there. And then here's something else, y'all, I learned about avocados. And let me know if you knew this. Avocados do not ripen until after they're picked from the tree. And they've actually seen where avocados can stay on the tree for like a year and not ripen. It's they have the same compound, I forget what it is, like ethyl methylone, whatever, as a banana. So when they pick them is when they start to ripen. Isn't that interesting? I did not know that. And the reason I got this big avocado is I went to Aldi, and I do love to get the 6-pack mini or small avocado bag for like $2 something. And I grab a bag of 2 of those every week. And I got one for this coming week because he has now started eating avocados every day, right? So, and then I am planning on doing some more fasting this week. So, you know, I'll have like 2, maybe 3 before we leave. So he's got to save me half of that bag. But Aldi also had single avocados that are a little larger. I guess they call them a small. So I guess the bag's considered a mini. Not much of a difference. But anyways, they had the individuals for 45 cents. Well, I dug and I found 2 that were not exactly soft. Like, they'll probably be ready by Tuesday in the bag to me, or Monday, maybe even Monday. But the bag to me will be ready by like Tuesday, maybe. Maybe one will be ready by Tuesday. But anyhow, I was thinking, so I had to go to H-E-B and find, what I like about H-E-B is they'll actually tell you these are ready now within 1 to 2 days. And then they'll have a bin that'll say these are ready within 3 to 5 days. So, you know, if you're someone who doesn't know how to pick an avocado, then that's handy, right? But I was thinking about Aldi, and let me know if anybody else thinks this too. I wonder, because a lot of times their avocados are rock solid. Like, I got a bag last Saturday, and when I had the avocado yesterday, Friday, right? So that's 7 days later from the store, it was still rock hard. And I think they freeze them in shipment. What do y'all think? Am I crazy to think that? I just get the feeling that they're frozen, because sometimes I've gotten them and they'll be a little soft on the outside, but then when you cut into it, it's still like hard. And it's like, how does it have that weird, like soft, but really rock hard, and then the seed like does not want to come out? I'm like, is it frozen? And that's why, like, it was still frozen in the center, and so the outside tends to ripen faster than the core of it. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but it feels like that to me. What do y'all think? Maybe I'm just completely off, but I'm going to enjoy my lunch here. I'm excited. Enjoy my avocado. This is a large avocado. I paid, to me, high dollar, $1.67 for this large avocado. And then their small avocados were 78 cents each, or 77 each at H-E-B, compared to the small at Aldi for 45 cents. Oh, so much higher. But I wanted avocado for lunch, and I wanted one for dinner tonight too. So I needed avocado ready today, not tomorrow or next week, like today. So I had to pay for the price of that, y'all. All right, I'm gonna go enjoy it, enjoy my hot coffee. And you're probably like, where's your Dutch? I did get Dutch. I already drank it. So I was driving, you know, doing all my grocery shopping, and I finished my Dutch while I was out at H-E-B. So Sorry I didn't show it. But Heath does have his double ring bro. So, and we purchased it this week. So if you want to support our coffee habit, because we are going to get some coffee next week from Dutch on our way to Austin, hit that buy me a coffee, y'all, and we'd really appreciate it. And we can like live it up with our coffee next Friday. My Saturday night dinner, and this will be before I'm going to fast Sunday and Monday again. This is the perfect time following that fast like a girl. But anyways, I've got some salmon here, a little less than 7 ounces total. I felt like the fillets were kind of small. They were ranged between 3 and 4 ounces each. So I pulled and we each got 2. And then I made basically a hash. It's sweet potato, jalapenos, white onion, and mushrooms all mixed together. And then here is asparagus wrapped in a piece of bacon, half of my avocado, and then I've got a nice side salad. And then with it to drink, I've got that. My little sparkling water pumpkin pie. Yum. Happy Monday. Still, yes, I'm still using this mug. It just holds everything. And it stays so warm because it's pottery. Pottery does make really good mugs, right? And it just keeps it nice and warm. Keeps my hands nice and toasty warm. So, yes, I know I didn't check in yesterday. Nothing really happened. I drank my coffee. Used up the last of my heavy cream. So, this is just MCT and butter, which is great since I'm fasting. I really shouldn't be doing the heavy cream, I know. But it's good. Like it is, and it still gets very creamy because I put it all in my Vitamix. So doing the Vitamix, and I slowly turn it up to almost the max, and I think what that does is really get the fats, the MCT and the butter really like foam up. It's just really good. So yes, having this, and this week the coffee is Bones Coffee. And it's the, I got like a sample box from them a while back, and it is the carrot one, the carrot cake. Very good. I definitely smell the hint of like cinnamon in there. And also Heath mixed in, so I don't know if I'm to it yet, but he did the pumpkin spice bones. So someday this week I'll be having that one and this one. Maybe they're mixed together. I don't know. Anyhow, but that's the coffee I'm having this week. It's really good. And just enjoying this Monday. A lot going on. Busy at work. It was, of course, a holiday this weekend, but we're already starting to get into our busy season. And so it is April 1st, and I know Fool's Day, right? Let me know, do you do April Fool's jokes or pranks on people? I work from home, so it's kind of hard to prank my coworkers, right? And yeah, I don't really do that. In fact, I've seen Heath all morning. I haven't done anything like that to him. Enough going on. We don't need to add a little stress. So yes, and the other thing that is exciting is because it is April 1st, all of the bank accounts that maybe you have, savings or high yield savings, CDs, different things like that, you get your monthly interest. And that was fun to see. So I, in my high yield savings, saw the interest added, and I'm like, ooh, that's exciting. That's a good Dutch order right there, in interest. So I like doing that and seeing all the little interest. Of course, my regular bank account, here's your 5 cents, like literally 5 cents. But at least it's something, I guess. Certainly not going to cover inflation with that, but at least with my high yield savings, I'm getting 5.25% right now. So pretty good there. And my small little investment account, like I only have a couple hundred in my investing. I did buy Alphabet and a few other individual shares. Next, when after this trip and everything, when we get some more money, you know, kind of back up. I feel like the trip is kind of paused things. But when we do, I'm going to add more, but I am going to go. There's a couple index funds I'm interested in purchasing. So I probably will do that. But right now, the stocks I've chosen so far, they're doing pretty good. I try not to watch all of it every day because I know that, you know, how the market goes. I'm in for the long haul, right? Certainly don't want to change it in less than a year and pay the high taxes. So definitely on that particular stock for at least 1 year, but I try to look at a long term, like the money I'm putting in these investments, I'm seeing it as that's like a retirement account. Like I'm not, whatever I add, I'm not really going to be concerned about it until I hit retirement age, and that'll just kind of be a fun nest egg to have, right? And so, you know, that's just the way I plan, and that's how I look at investing. I'm definitely not a day trade person. Let me know if you are in the investing world. Do you do day trading, or are you just like, nah, I select? I know a couple of you have said you actually have fund managers and they just handle all of that. So that's cool too. So just curious what you do. I know some people can do well with day trading. I don't think I have the nerves for that, right? And I'm just not someone who could tell the future and be like, oh, okay, now's when you sell and now's when you buy kind of thing. I mean, I try to watch trends on certain things so that, like, there's a couple stocks I want to purchase, but it's like I'm going to purchase once they get down to a certain dollar amount, right? Then I'll probably purchase those. But other than that, you know, I just, you know, when I have it and I'm ready to put, I'll just buy it then. And because I know in the long haul, in 20 plus years, I'm still going to be ahead, right? So anyways, that's my thought. Drinking my coffee, got to get back to work, got a lot to do, and it is only 10:23. Wow, this day is already starting to go. It's Tuesday already. We're getting so close to Friday, y'all. So it's Tuesday. I'm at 60 something hours fasted. So I'm going to break my fast with this. You're like, is that coffee? No, I know. Before I'm having coffee. But it is just some chicken bone broth that I had. I'm out of beef. And I added an egg to it and a couple tablespoons of butter and some seasonings. And that's what I'm going to drink this morning. Kind of wake everything up. And then after a bit, he just went to the store. It's only 9:15. He just went to the store. So when he gets back, then I can make my coffee. He went to go get me heavy cream. That's why I'm waiting. So my dear honey got back with my heavy cream. So I'm having my coffee, MCT, butter, and heavy cream. And just going to enjoy that this morning. It's about 10:30 now. So I'm enjoying my nice cup of coffee. And then going to make my lunch here in a little bit. And then we have some good plans today. So, you know, I talk about budgeting sometimes. So here's a great thing that we're doing for budgets. He is going to smoke a ham, and that ham we'll have tonight. He'll eat on it, I think, tomorrow and Thursday. And then, and we might have it again Thursday night, and then we'll have more on Friday, and we probably will still have some to have Sunday night if we need to. So there's a way to do it. And I paid less than $9 for this ham, and we're going to get multiple meals off of it. So when you can find, you know, these big cuts of meat at such a cheap price, because I paid like 89 cents a pound, it's so worth it because you get so many meals out of it and really make that stretch. And you can use it so many different ways. Like ham, tonight, we're going to do a pizza with ham on it. And, you know, you could also eat it just sliced or have it, you know, heated up with like some asparagus or something would be really good. So there's so many different ways you could do this, y'all. So enjoying that. Gonna get back to work. And show you later what I'm having for my lunch. Alrighty, for my lunch today, I broke my fast with the broth, and then now for my meal, I'm having bacon, and it's actually 1:45. Bacon, and then I've got a couple of those, the last two of those fancy eggs with some butter, a little bit of cheese and hot sauce, and then I've got my ferments here, my 2 different krauts, and then I've got, of course, avocado, pickles, and cheese stuffed olives, and I also fried up a jalapeno, and there's the rest of my avocado. I couldn't fit it all. Look at this plate, so full. And then, y'all, here, have to do this, so she is sound asleep. And you see how she's laying? Like, I mean, technically, look, there's a blanket, but the blanket got mixed with that blanket. So, that means Mr. Sam is sitting out there. He's, like, kind of pouting. Because he's like, I want to be there with Mom, but she's laying on there. So, I have nowhere to lay. But he does. He does. He look, there's plenty of floor space. He has room, but he's just like, no, not with her. She's laying on my favorite. Is that right, Sam? Aw. I just noticed this looks like Christmas with the green bowl and the strawberries, but I just took a little bit of heavy cream, whipped it up, added some cinnamon, and then you see some red mince real salt there, and just a couple of, 3 strawberries. And I'm just having that after my meal as my little dessert. And on this Tuesday evening, we've got a skillet pizza with that ham that Heath smoked plus pepperoni. I always have to have pepperoni. Cheese, and there are a little bit of onion, or there is a little bit of onion mixed in there. Did a marinara base. And then on the side here, he smoked an ABT. And then we've got jalapenos. Those are mushrooms, y'all. Stuffed also with goat cheese or cream cheese?
All of them are stuffed with the jalapeno cream cheese. Or jalapeno goat cheese.
There we go. And just a little squiggle of the bacon here. And yeah, doesn't that look good? And he topped everything with everything but the bagel seasoning. And then to drink, I've got this pumpkin pie water, and then this is my favorite kombucha so far, this gingerberry. So I've already taken a couple sips today, but I'll probably finish it after dinner. Hey y'all, you can probably hear Heath is doing his DDPY, and I'm just cleaning up after dinner. Oh my gosh, I'm so stuffed. That was so freaking filling. So I try to, and I'm not always perfect at this, but after eating, especially dinner, I don't always do it at lunch because I get busy with work, but for dinner, I try to do some kind of physical activity at least for 10 minutes. Usually ends up being about 20. So that could be do the dishes, sweeping, what have you. So tonight, I did the dishes and I swept. I swept the kitchen and this area. And yeah, I just feel that helps. It's supposed to help with digestion as well. So, and I've heard that after you eat, your cortisol kind of spikes. So it's good to do some activity to try to use that up, right? So that's what I did. Oh my gosh, I'm so full. I'm going to fast tomorrow, which is Wednesday. When you're seeing this, I'm fasting. So think of me. and excuse me. And then, we're going to get ready. I haven't decided if I'm going to fast Thursday too, as we are going to be going all weekend and eating a lot. Water is so good. So, yeah, this concludes another week of the Warden Report. I thank y'all so much for watching this. Are you still enjoying these Warden Reports? Just let me know. I noticed seems like a trend. They haven't been as watched lately. So, what's up? If you're getting bored with them, let me know. Or, you know, if you have any suggestion, let me know. But please stay tuned. Make sure if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. And then, I thought there was something there. And then this Friday, we're going to be doing a live stream on the road. So while we're driving to Austin, hopefully we'll have good connection the whole way. But yes, we will be going live in the car. So follow along. It should be fun. We are tempted to go to Dutch Bros after, or, you know, on the way. We're going to hit Dutch Bros and then the gas station. Anyways, so if you want to support our drinking habit, or you want us to give you a shout out on the live for the coffee, go ahead and click that Buy Me a Coffee link and purchase our Dutch Bros for this week. We'd love that. Otherwise, you know, we'll pay for it because it's a special occasion, y'all. We're going on a trip. It's like our vacation. So yeah, we're gonna go do that. I'm gonna go finalize this and then get this released so y'all can watch it now. I feel like there's something in my teeth, but I'm not seeing it. Sorry if that grosses you out. But anyhow, maybe that's why people aren't watching as much. But anyways, let me know what you think. And please make sure you have hit at least a thumbs up, y'all. I love it if you leave me a comment. I really look forward to the comments every single week. It's like my favorite thing. Sounded like I heard something. It's my favorite thing, so please leave me a comment, even if you just want to say hello. Maybe you watch and you're kind of a lurker. I want to know, who are my lurkers out there? Say hello to me. I want to see who it is. And so we're going to get ready. We're going to go to the San Antonio meetup on Saturday. We'll be staying in Austin all weekend. So if you're in the area, let us know. The meetup on Saturday is open to anyone. So if you're in or around San Antonio, please comment so we get you the information. And go ahead, y'all. Stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel members. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate y'all. And again, can't wait to see y'all next week and to read all of your wonderful comments. Bye.